I don't really understand this being a professional dater, dating for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and then figuring out, okay, I really want a relationship now.
What has it been like for you? Because you've gone viral multiple times.
I go viral on accident. I like to say I have a cooking channel. I'm just a mom on the internet. I don't really see, and I mean this genuinely, I do appreciate the growth, but I really don't see why anything I say is that earth shattering. To me, it's just common sense. It's the way that I was raised. It's the way a lot of us were raised, maybe a generation ago. So I have a cooking channel. Like a lot of people, it's a pandemic hobby that took off, and here we are. So I make food and femininity content. The food is the reason I started, but I think the femininity is the reason why people want me to stick around.
Yeah, I think personally, I think it's both. My wife will tell you I need to start watching you more in terms of the cooking, but that's another discussion for another day. So, my initial thing that actually we're going to jump right into it, especially with like the topics relating to what you said about like relationships, and I think a lot of people are seeing you as a rare voice of wisdom in an
Mm.
area where typically when people go viral, they're usually kind of saying like the craziest advice, right? So speaking like in this age and time where talking and pointing out behaviors in the dating market, like pointing out behaviors in the dating market that may not be like helpful, harmful, or just flat out wrong, especially when you're talking to or about women, how have they how have they received your message? And what age range would you say tended to receive it better versus the age range that probably didn't?
Okay. So for me, it depends on the end goal that they want. So I don't really understand this being a professional dater, dating for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and then figuring out, okay, I really want a relationship now. When you are raised to prioritize marriage and family, when you are raised to be a wife, you date with intention. And I've been in a relationship since I was 18. So um, I don't think the women who don't prioritize marriage and family, I know they don't like what I say, so they don't receive what I say. And I'm fine with that because it's not for them. Not everybody is a wife. So when you talk about dating, I understand the intent behind the question. I think we use the umbrella term dating, but what we really mean, if marriage and family is the ultimate goal, it's about courtship. And I've said before, for me, the purpose of dating is to determine, is this a suitable match for marriage or long term? If not,
Mhm.
what are we doing? So I say we can either accept with grace or we exit with grace. So I like to say I don't give dating advice. I don't have a lot of dating experience. I've been in 2 relationships. And so for me,
Mhm.
people who like the fun, the thrill of just the excitement of dating, whatever their age is, if they are in their 20s, 30s, even 40s or 50s, if you want to be a professional dater, you are not going to receive my message. So, your second
Mhm.
part about the age range, what I have experienced, I think the younger women, and I'll be 50 next month just for context.
Oh,
So,
congrats. Congrats.
thank you. The younger women that do listen to me, in my experience, will come with questions. I will give them direction or give them advice. They will go act on that advice and then come back and say, okay, Miss Maggie, I tried this or I did this and this was the result. In my experience, and I am not a professional like you, the older women, because they've been so experienced in doing their thing their way, before they start acting on it, there's a lot of time spent for them defending why their way is really the better way. And I don't understand, well, then why are you asking me? Just go be great.
Hmm. Wow, wow. And what's crazy is the stereotype typically is the reverse, where people are saying that it's the younger crowd that doesn't listen. Though no one wants to like they don't if they're younger, if they're early 20s, like they can't listen, they don't want to hear anybody, they don't want to receive feedback. And what you're saying is like your experience has been if they're younger and they're actually approaching you, they tend to genuinely want feedback of what it is they need to do different. but when they're older and they kind of connect with you, they're a little bit kind of set in their ways, and it takes a longer time to kind of get them like open to the possibility they've been doing things wrong.
Yes. So the stereotype that you're speaking of as far as younger people, and we've all been young, we've all been headstrong. I mean, that's what put me on this path. I am a reformed modern woman, but the young women that come to me feel like a fish out of water in this modern culture. Something about them said, I don't really want to be out there. I don't want to date for 10 and 20 years. I want to get married. I want to have a family. I've always wanted that. But the other voices are so loud. It seems like everybody wants to be some type of professional city girl, and that's not everybody, because I have a community of women that are prioritizing marriage and family. So those are the ones that I try to help.